I played with arguably the best corner to ever lace him up in Champ Bailey. And guess what? He, too, was victimized by certain plays, but he never gave up. And that's what I see in PS2, right? The idea of never giving up. Yes, you may get...
This is madness.
Spartans! What is your profession?
This is blasphemy. This is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
This is Sparta!
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Foss, the owner and maker of Suavecito Tequila. Suavecito Tequila is unique from any other tequila for three main reasons. The first one is my agave farm in Mexico. It's an hour and a half south of Guadalajara, and it's up in the mountains at a 7,000 foot altitude. So we have mountain-grown agave. Americans hear about mountain-grown coffee and mountain-grown grapes. They never hear about mountain-grown agave, okay? Only 8 or 9% of all tequilas are made with highlands agave, and it's superior to lowlands agave. Number two, I extra age my tequilas. To be a reposado, it has to be stored in a barrel for 2 months. I keep it there for 9 months. The añejo has to be in the barrel 1 year. I keep it 2 years. The extra añejo has to be in the barrel 3 years. I age it 5 years. That extra aging just gives it more body, more texture, and more flavor. And last but not least, we're the only tequila that adds 2% agave nectar back into the tequila. This little bit of agave nectar eliminates the burn going down your throat. Makes Suavecito Tequila the smoothest tequila you will ever drink.
My name is Anthony Mayer, owner and founder of Game Time PDR. We're located in north part of Denver, 6825 Broadway, pretty much on Highway 36 and I-25. So we specialize in repairing hail damaged vehicles. My technicians have special rods, and the goal is to get the tools underneath the dents, and with the special lights and the angles, they're able to actually massage the metal back to factory standards. We offer a done-for-you service from top to bottom. Literally, the customer doesn't have to do anything. They bring their vehicle to us, we get them under our specialty lights, we write up an estimate, submit them to the insurance, get it approved from the insurance, get it in production, get it washed up, and get it back to the customer. We do waive deductibles up to $1,000, and anybody that mentions the Colorado Spartans, we're giving them a $200 gift card. Go Spartans!
With millions of page views every year, ColoradoPreps.com is the #1 source for the high school sports community to keep up with the latest news and scores. From football and volleyball to basketball and softball, ColoradoPreps.com provides a year-round hub for coaches, friends, and family to stay connected to their favorite schools and athletes, and keep an eye on their rivals. Covering high school sports from the peaks to the plains, you always get the latest at
This is madness.
Spartans! What is your profession?
This is blasphemy. This is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. This is Sparta!
teams that we all know have been in the Arena League a long time.
Right.
So what's the level of competition like in the NAL compared to the other Arena Leagues you've played in?
Man, it's similar across the board. I was in the IFL the past 2 years. The IFL is probably a little bit above the other two in terms of competition, but the pay is not there. And as a kind of a quarterback who's trying to get to the next level and, getting older in age, it's like
how old are you?
I'm 27. So
Dude, you're a kid, man.
I know. But
Still got another 10, 12 years left.
I feel like I'm in my 40s right now, just mentally.
Well, plus
that's
Arena
Joey
League,
and I.
Arena League, man, they take a beating too, Alex. Alex was out there on the field.
I get it.
But you're out there on the field. Let me ask you, man, when you see a guy like Andre Sell get hit that hard, I mean, you're only like 20 feet away, dude. Do you feel, I almost feel that pain in the broadcast booth.
It is, but at the same time, I think when you're a professional like yourself,
Andre knows how to
Andre
take
Sell,
that.
he comes in and he tells his players, I think we have a great chemistry right now with the Spartans, and I cannot wait to finish the season off because not that I wanted to go fast, but I think that we're going to the playoffs. Obviously, the big game coming up with Omaha Beef is going to be huge. We got a huge promotion for that game.
Yeah.
I think there may be a possibility that we play the Omaha Beef at the final game and then play them again for the playoffs,
Right.
which is fine. It's all promotion, good promotion. But I think for you, and I've always said it, and I even told Joey, I'm like, I've been wanting to get you on the show for the longest time to understand, like, this is professional football. You were a backup for Brewer. I get it. But look at Coach Shaw just walked into the studio.
Yep.
Listen, man, this is a professional. We do everything. Look at our studio, Mr. Sell. We rock and roll. We have Game 7 coming on here in about 20 minutes. Hope you guys can hang out with us for a little bit and watching. A lot of girls. Are you single?
A little bit.
You single?
I got a girlfriend.
Oh,
All right, there you go.
There
There you go.
Listen,
Back in New
all I'm
Orleans.
saying, man.
Shout out to Lauren Kate.
There you go.
Okay. Listen, all I'm saying is, like, this is how you do it, man.
Well,
This
you know
is
what?
how
It's
you
great.
do it.
It's awesome to be down here. Andre, we're going to get ready to go to break. Before I let you go, though, I've got to ask you, big game coming up on Saturday, and this is a road game at Sioux City. This is your second game against them. And this one I think is the one, though, you guys really need because – a loss, it doesn't mean that you're not going to make the playoffs, but I do think that would kind of make that Omaha game a little less important. I think these next two games are almost like playoff games. How intense do you expect your squad to be coming out there on the road next Saturday?
Man, I know they're going to be fired up. And we take every game so seriously. That's why we got up and did what we did against Idaho, and that's what we've been doing the past 5 weeks on this win streak. So I know we're going to be fired up and ready to go.
Well, I know I'm fired up. Alex Ramirez is fired up. Make sure you join us May 31st. My buddy, probably the best in-arena announcer in the league. You've done a great job, by the way, man.
Let's go, Spartans!
I had a lot of fun listening to you on the broadcast, Alex. I love watching you play football, Andre, and I love Stephen Newbold Jr. and Craig Dent Jr. I call him the Junior Mints, and that's just me, my little name for him. But I will say this. These guys are great football players. And Lizette Woodley, by the way, he's no slouch at all. And that's a big dude. I was surprised you hit him on that go route. And, man, that dude, he's got speed and size. I love it, man. Hey, when we get back, though, hey, thanks so much for joining us. We'll look forward. Stay healthy. That's the most thing. Make sure you get rid of that ball quick. 100%. And you know what, man? We look forward in a couple weeks. We'll be out here for the playoffs, and we'll be there. I'll talk to you before the game on the 31st, okay?
Yes, sir.
Great. That is Andre Sell, the starting quarterback for your Colorado Spartans. Make sure you catch all the action May 31st at the Denver Coliseum when the Spartans take on the Omaha Beef. All right, when we get back, Coach Fred Shaw joins the final word with Joe Rico and Alex Ramirez on the Mile High Sports YouTube channel.
This is madness.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Blasphemy. This is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
My name is Anthony Mayer, owner and founder of Game Time PDR. We're located in north part of Denver, 6825 Broadway, pretty much on Highway 36 and I-25. So we specialize in repairing hail-damaged vehicles. My technicians have special rods, and the goal is to get the tools underneath the dents. And with the special lights and the angles, they're able to actually massage the metal back to factory standards. We offer a done-for-you service from top to bottom. Literally, the customer doesn't have to do anything. They bring their vehicle to us. We get them under our specialty lights. We write up an estimate, submit them to the insurance, get it approved from the insurance, get it in production, get it washed up, and get it back to the customer. We do waive deductibles up to $1,000, and anybody that mentions the Colorado Spartans, we're giving them a $200 gift card. Go Spartans!
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Foss, the owner and maker of Suavecito Tequila. Suavecito Tequila is unique from any other tequila for three main reasons. The first one is my agave farm in Mexico. It's an hour and a half south of Guadalajara, and it's up in the mountains at a 7,000 foot altitude. So we have mountain-grown agave. Americans hear about mountain-grown coffee and mountain-grown grapes. They never hear about mountain-grown agave, okay? Only 8 or 9% of all tequilas are made with Highlands agave, and it's superior to Lowlands agave. Number two, I extra age my tequilas. To be a reposado, it has to be stored in a barrel for 2 months. I keep it there for 9 months. The añejo has to be in the barrel 1 year. I keep it 2 years. The extra añejo has to be in the barrel 3 years. I age it 5 years. That extra aging just gives it more body, more texture, and more flavor. And last but not least, we're the only tequila that adds 2% agave nectar back into the tequila. This little bit of agave nectar eliminates the burn going down your throat. Makes Suavecito Tequila the smoothest tequila.
With millions of page views every year, ColoradoPreps.com is the #1 source for the high school sports community to keep up with the latest news and scores. From football and volleyball to basketball and softball, ColoradoPreps.com provides a year-round hub for coaches, friends, and family to stay connected to their favorite schools and athletes, and keep an eye on their rivals. Covering high school sports from the peaks to the plains, you always get the latest at ColoradoPreps.com.
Joe Rico, Alex Mir is back live, Mile High Sports YouTube channel, The Final Word, counting down to Game 7. And we are privileged at this time to be joined by the coach of the Colorado Spartans, Fred Shaw. And, you know, Coach, I'm going to say this to start. Obviously, we know you're from Oklahoma, so we'll get your opinion on the game at the very end of the segment. Let's start with Colorado Spartans news. Big win Thursday. You know, the Spartans handled business early. That game, Andre Sell out of the game by the third quarter. How proud have you been of this team over the past 2 weeks? I know you'll be back on the sidelines where you should be Saturday versus Sioux City, but these 2 weeks you were off, and, you know, first Coach Payne took over halfway through, and then Coach Tony Thompson, the owner, came and coached on the game Thursday. And boy, it was a beatdown. And when it's 68-20, and I say that it wasn't even that close, that tells you how big of a beatdown it was. But your philosophy and your fingerprints were all over the victory. Talk about how proud you are of the guys in your absence playing to that level.
I'm just blessed to have guys in the locker room like Sale, man. Those guys take control of a game. And that's what we do, man. We practice from Monday to Thursday, and we go execute in the game. So the rest is just history. Those guys are been doing this their whole life, and it's fun, man. It's fun to them. They play with each other, they play for each other, and we're just blessed to have those guys on our team.
You are listening to Coach Fred Shaw here on Mile High Sports Radio, the YouTube channel, and the Colorado Spartans page. Here we are live here from number 38 before Game 7, an hour and 10 minutes away for Game 7. OKC, Denver Nuggets, man. So this is it kind of like fell in our lap, Joey. When I was talking to you yesterday, I was like, and we're gonna have Coach Shaw. We have Game 7. Lots of stuff to cook about. But let's before we can go forward, we got to go backwards. So let's go back to the Wheeling game, 41-25. You were not there at that game. And then last Thursday, Colorado 68-20. These are two games that you were not a part of, but your imprint was still there, Coach Fred Shaw. Talk about your team, the resilience. Mr. Sale over here, 6 touchdowns, 213 yards, and no picks. Talk about all that as I give you a lot to talk about. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it was easy for him. It's easy for a guy like Sale. Like I said, man, every day at practice, man, I see him throw the ball around on the field, man, and it's kind of easy work for him. So once again, man, we have a group around him, and Dent. I can go with Lex. Yeah. I can go with Steve. Our offensive lineman is amazing, man. So my job is pretty easy, man. We just make sure we handle it from Monday through Thursday, and those guys can go out and handle the rest.
Well, you forgot, I think, a guy who might be your offensive MVP, and that's Alexis Rosario. Yeah. I mean, and the reason you forgot him is he does everything. Yeah. He's part of the receiving corps. He's part of the running backs. He can play quarterback, in the kind of the Wildcat type special formation. Player. But, he's been a real difference maker. And he doesn't go down with the first contact. And I think that's what's so impressive. Can you speak about how big of a difference maker he's been in the last 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, it starts off the field, man. He's a professional on and off the field. And that's where it starts at. From day one, I knew that guy was special. And once we played, I think Wheeling was his first game, or Columbus was his first game. Yeah. Columbus. He was breaking tackles. Running up and down the field, man. He was making highlights. So I have no doubt that Lex is definitely one of the best players on our team, hands down, man. And I'm proud to have that guy.
And you look at the team, even I was looking at the game on Thursday night during the Nuggets game. Actually, I was going between the Nuggets and the YouTube game. You had Coach Tony Thompson, or the owner Tony Thompson, out there as well. And you guys came out there and smacked those dudes up 68-20. And I didn't ask Mr. Sale about that, but I'm going to ask you. It's all the same kind of language. When you built a foundation, Coach Shaw, and your team, and even with Coach Payne, when he came on the show here, listen, man, this is all a residence of you, man. Yes, you've built this team to understand what you have to get through, even if you don't have the players ready to go, or maybe you're not involved in the game. But I love the fact that if you're out, next man steps up, man. And I love that about the Spartans, and I love being a part of the Spartans because that's so true, right?
Yeah, you definitely got to praise Coach Payne, man. He stepped in. He did an amazing job. And the same thing as Tony, man. It's not an easy job to do. It might look, once you have the players that we have,
built and
we
assembled.
Can put you out there, man.
I was going to say, we talk
look real good. But I would tell you that it takes a lot of skill set, man, to get out there and call a game as a head coach. And I praise those guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful to have them on my side. I'm thankful to have Tony as the owner of the team, and Coach Payne, man. I praise him.
Well, I'm going to say this. You also made a big move in week 2. You had to terminate one of the coaches, and I think the defense really took off after that. And, sometimes you're the one who has to make these hard calls in the best minds of the organization. And I think that's where the respect level from your players comes from. Is it's not the easy times when they need Fred Shaw. It's the times where the team's doubting themselves so that they can't do it. That's where great coaches are needed. Talk about how you can get these guys to rise up when they maybe aren't feeling it that day. You seem to be able to inspire these guys.
Yeah, it's just about building that team, man. That's good for the city, good for the, good for the team, man. That's what it's about. You got to be able to vibe with each other. And if we have one weak link, we just got to, weed them out. And that's what it's about, man. And, I feel like we made the right decisions so far, moving forward in the organization. And we're just going to continue to dominate.
I love it.
Here's how I look at the Spartans right now. And I was telling Joey, we won 4 in a row at home, 1 on the road. So we're on a 5-game winning streak. We have one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NAL. He had 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. It's a guy that you guys brought in, and I'm sure it was not cheap, but he's a guy now.
He's expensive.
He needs to be, though. He has 6 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Hey,
Man,
man,
I gotta
listen,
give the dude
listen,
credit.
I know.
Any other quarterback in the locker room, but said
Listen, and he's been a total pro.
yes.
And I compare him to you, and I'm like, man, Joey, I'm like, we are a part of something that we should be so grateful for, and I am grateful.
We are
for
grateful.
It.
Yeah,
we're grateful for it. And now that we have 2 games left, we got Sioux Falls, and then we got the Omaha Beef, which is going to be the biggest game in the Mile High City of all time. I've already built like this huge invite. We already have like 6,000 people confirmed, paid to go to this game. You accomplish those 2 things, and you look at what you have built, Coach. Listen, man, we can win the championship. We could bring a championship to the Mile High City with this, what you built, man.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. It's but it takes one game at a time, and
it does.
City's on the clock, and we're not gonna, we're not gonna overlook anybody. We're gonna take it one game at a time, and we're gonna continue to execute and have fun while we're doing it.
Well, you look to places like Boulder, and you look to places like the Broncos, that their schedule release came out, and how popular the NFL is. And, the more football is king in this country. There is no doubt in my mind that
football is king.
Football rules. And you see teams
Andre
like you see leagues like the UFL. And all I look at is more job opportunities for guys like Andre Sell, who might be able to come in and be a starting quarterback in the UFL. And it starts here. And I think that's why he really appreciates a guy like you, because look, I mean, I was talking about Dent, Newbold, and Woodley. I mean, those guys could play inside. I've seen worse NFL receivers than those guys, let alone Arena League. Can you talk a little bit about the explosive weapons that you've established on offense? And please, we act like we're not even talking about the defense. And I'm sorry, with all due respect to Mr. Sell, the defense might be the strength of the team. I've never seen a front 3 like Hammond, Corey Henry, and help me out, Coop. I mean, you talk about 3 guys. You don't want to play those guys in practice, I imagine, right? I mean, talk a little bit about the talent and the weapons you and Tony Thompson put on the field, because this isn't just a team. I think there's resentment against the Spartans a little bit, because it's like an expansion team coming in and wiping the floor with people.
Well, my motto is, man, we start up the middle. We start with the quarterback, the center, the nose, and then we go from the linebacker to the safety. And that's what I recruited in the offseason, man. You got to have a quarterback. Without a quarterback, you can't go in arena football. So that was the main thing. And I was blessed to have 3 quarterbacks on the roster, the beginning of the season, but made the best men win. And then the skill players. Then you go to the skill players. And I've been knowing Dent for like over 5 years now. He's been a playmaker his whole career in indoor football. And then, Steve, he's only the offensive player of the year from last year, 2024. So you put those 2 guys together, and then you bring in a guy like Lex, man. Come on.
That's why Alex is always chanting touchdown. He can't even breathe after the game. Alex, how many touchdown chants do you do in a game, man?
Touchdown, Spartans. Here's the thing. I love the fact that, like, with Andre Sale, that you guys brought him in. He was injured a little bit. He had a little bit of a hammy. But you know what? After what I saw on Thursday night,
come on,
man. Listen, 6 touchdowns, and
in 3 quarters.
I don't kiss anybody's ass.
He could have had
anything
10. Easy.
And I look at him, and I told him, I called him on Instagram a couple nights ago. I'm like, I got to get you on my show on Sunday. He didn't answer. I have no idea who was that. If he was in Louisiana, what was he doing? But he's the same kind of character, the cut of the cloth that, like Trent, what was his name? Joey from
You talking about Kurt Warner?
Kurt Warner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude. This is something. I'm serious, man. Listen to me. I know this. Joey and I have been doing this for 13 years.
Yeah.
And Coach Fred knows we're not. Coach Fred comes to our show all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Because he believes in us, and he believes in us and the program and everybody. Listen, man. This could be something spectacular that I could see you doing something really huge, and then bringing notoriety not only to the Colorado Spartans, but just in the Mile High City. And when Coach Fred Shaw found you guys, and even Tony, we were doing media day. We were doing still stuff at Denver Coliseum. He's like, "Oh, we got something for you guys."
We're still recruiting.
He said, "We still got something for you guys," and I was like, "Wow." So for those guys to put that kind of hype on you, man, and to say, hey, we got something, and to see you how you handle yourself, just the way you handle yourself, man.
Yeah.
You're so cool. You're just a nice guy. Dude, we got to win the championship. I mean, anything less than a championship for the Colorado Spartans, Joey, would be anything but ridiculous if we don't win it.
Well, I'll say this.
And do we get rings? We get rings?
Yeah,
We're
already
gonna make sure we get you guys rings.
Yeah. I talked to Coach Shaw about that on yesterday, and you know what? I talked to Tony too. Tony said we're getting rings. So you know what? But let me tell you, those rings need to be earned still.
Yes.
Let's not put the cart before the horse. Everybody in this room knows the mindset and mentality it takes to win a championship. Nothing's going to be given to you guys, and I don't think you'd want it any other way. I know the kind of competitor you are, and he may look cool and calm, man, but he's a cold-blooded killer, and he's a straight dog and a leader.
He's just a nice dude, man.
Well, man, off the field, yeah, but on the field, that's not a nice dude. That's a cold-blooded killer that will carve you up. Right. Hey, look, man, we believe in the same type of faith, but on that field, we have to maintain that mentality. And I don't mean a cold-blooded killer, but you know what I'm saying. This is a fight to the death. Whenever you take the field and there's 2 inches of padding and the rest is cement, that's a real fight. And if you don't come prepared for a real fight, you're going to get your butt kicked in that league. And that's how I really believe about professional sports. So, you show up ready to fight and fight. And
don't you like, Joey, how it's evolved? You know, Coach
do you agree with that, Coach?
The players,
I 100% agree with
come
you,
in and you know, understanding what we want. You know, Coach Tony the owner Tony has built an organizational foundation where we got the funds,
love it,
money. Let's go do this, man.
And 3 games left.
Proud of you, bro.
2 games left in the regular season,
bro.
Hey, look, all right, now listen, we got to wrap this up. But look, Coach Shaw, you are from Oklahoma, so we're going to give you a loaded question. I know, and listen, the Thunder are the favorites in this game, so let's not mince any words on this.
He's from
Aaron Gordon. He's from Oklahoma.
Right, so, go get some.
So I
can't body slam him.
I know what I'm saying is this. Listen, Alex, you're not going to try and body slam him. I don't want you going to the ICU. Okay. At the end of the day, what I'm going to say is, I think the Oklahoma City's favored. What way do you think Denver could? Give me a way you think the Nuggets could beat Oklahoma City, because Oklahoma City's the favorite in this game.
Oh, big boy, man, Joker. Can't be stopped. He's a tough matchup, man. We throw 3 bigs at him and he still dominate each big. So if we can just trying to slow him down a little bit, I think we can take control of this game.
It's going to be close. Hey, listen, man, that is the great Coach Fred Shaw. Please join us May 31st. This place is packed, by the way. You better get down here right now. We're getting hyped for Nuggets OKC, but please also join us May 31st at the Denver Coliseum. We have a huge event coming up on our Facebook page by my man, Alex Ramirez. We're going to have all of our fans, our friends, our family come down, and we expect this one to be kind of a playoff game, a pre-playoff game between the Omaha Beef and the Colorado Spartans, and this one will be for the National Division Championship in the NAL and home field advantage throughout the NAL playoffs. You got to get your tickets now.
Hey, real quick,
Colorado Spartans.co-Spartans.com.
Hold on. So hold on. I just know that we get this Sioux Fall, then we got Omaha Beef at home, but after that, I think it could potentially be. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. Could we be playing the Omaha Beef and then playing the Omaha Beef again
next week? Yes, sir.
Yeah, it could happen. That's why we have to wait. We want to wait.
That's about right.
Yeah, it could be.
Either way, it's going to be Omaha Beef, Colorado Spartans.
Yeah, you can almost chalk up that the Omaha Beef and the Colorado Spartans are going to be. They're going to be one of the last 4 standing. So that's all that matters. You just want to be one of the last 4 standing. And that happens this week. A victory over the Sioux City. This Sioux City is a team you guys have to beat.
Didn't we already beat those guys?
We haven't beat those guys.
No.
But at the end of the day, we're going to beat them this week. I said, 1 game at a time.
That's on Saturday night, next Saturday?
Yes.
Yep, next Saturday.
And I'm excited.
I'm looking at you.
Andre Sell's excited.
I'm looking at you.
Hey, Andre Sell was not part of that game, right? That was the game right before then.
He was with us for 1 day.
Yeah, so that's the game that but the game was 31-26, if I remember, though, and Sale came back and almost led you guys to a victory.
Yes.
That's why I'm the color guy for the commentator for the team. All right, Dave, when we get back, we are going to wrap it up. We're going to be talking a little bit about Nuggets, Thunder. We're super excited to count it down. We've been waiting for this game 7 for all year, and this is it. It's Jokic versus SGA. Who's the real MVP? We're going to find out when you return to the Final Word with Joe Rico and Alex Ramirez here on the Mile High Sports YouTube channel, live from number 38. Let's go Nuggets!
Sebastian, this is madness.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Sebastian, this is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. This is Sparta!
My name is Anthony Mayer, owner and founder of Game Time PDR. We're located in north part of Denver, 6825 Broadway, pretty much on Highway 36 and I-25. So we specialize in repairing hail-damaged vehicles. My technicians have special rods, and the goal is to get the tools underneath the dents. And with the special lights and the angles, they're able to actually massage the metal back to factory standards. We offer a done-for-you service from top to bottom. Literally, the customer doesn't have to do anything. They bring their vehicle to us. We get them under our specialty lights. We write up an estimate, submit them to the insurance, get it approved from the insurance, get it in production, get it washed up, and get it back to the customer. We do waive deductibles up to $1,000, and anybody that mentions the Colorado Spartans, we're giving them a $200 gift card. Go Spartans!
With millions of page views every year, ColoradoPreps.com is the #1 source for the high school sports community to keep up with the latest news and scores. From football and volleyball to basketball and softball, ColoradoPreps.com provides a year-round hub for coaches, friends, and family to stay connected to their favorite schools and athletes, and keep an eye on their rivals. Covering high school sports from the peaks to the plains, you always get the latest at ColoradoPreps.com.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Foss, the owner and maker of Suavecito Tequila. Suavecito Tequila is unique from any other tequila for three main reasons. The first one is my agave farm in Mexico. It's an hour and a half south of Guadalajara, and it's up in the mountains at a 7,000-foot altitude. So we have mountain-grown agave. Americans hear about mountain-grown coffee and mountain-grown grapes. They never hear about mountain-grown agave, okay? Only 8 or 9% of all tequilas are made with Highlands agave, and it's superior to Lowlands agave. Number two, I extra age my tequilas. To be a reposado, it has to be stored in a barrel for 2 months. I keep it there for 9 months. The añejo has to be in the barrel 1 year. I keep it 2 years. The extra añejo has to be in the barrel 3 years. I age it 5 years. That extra aging just gives it more body, more texture, and more flavor. And last but not least, we're the only tequila that adds 2% agave nectar back into the tequila. This little bit of agave nectar eliminates the burn going down your throat. Makes Suavecito Tequila the smoothest tequila you will ever drink.
I played with arguably the best corner to ever lace him up in Champ Bailey. And guess what? He too was victimized by certain plays, but he never gave up. And that's what I see in PS2. right? The idea of never giving up. Yes, you may get beat, but he is a complete corner.
Boston, this is madness.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Boston, this is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
My name is Anthony Mayer, owner and founder of Game Time PDR. We're located in north part of Denver, 6825 Broadway, pretty much on Highway 36 and I-25. So we specialize in repairing hail damaged vehicles. My technicians have special rods, and the goal is to get the tools underneath the dents. And with the special lights and the angles, they're able to actually massage the metal back to factory standards. We offer a done-for-you service from top to bottom. Literally, the customer doesn't have to do anything. They bring their vehicle to us. We get them under our specialty lights. We write up an estimate, submit them to the insurance, get it approved from the insurance, get it in production, get it washed up, and get it back to the customer. We do waive deductibles up to $1,000, and anybody that mentions the Colorado Spartans, we're giving them a $200 gift card. Go Spartans!
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Foss, the owner and maker of Suavecito Tequila. Suavecito Tequila is unique from any other tequila for three main reasons. The first one is my agave farm in Mexico. It's an hour and a half south of Guadalajara, and it's up in the mountains at a 7,000-foot altitude. So we have mountain-grown agave. Americans hear about mountain-grown coffee and mountain-grown grapes. They never hear about mountain-grown agave, okay? Only 8 or 9% of all tequilas are made with Highlands agave, and it's superior to Lowlands agave. Number two, I extra age my tequilas. To be a reposado, it has to be stored in a barrel for 2 months. I keep it there for 9 months. The añejo has to be in the barrel 1 year. I keep it 2 years. The extra añejo has to be in the barrel 3 years. I age it 5 years. That extra aging just gives it more body, more texture, and more flavor. And last but not least, we're the only tequila that adds 2% agave nectar back into the tequila. This little bit of agave nectar eliminates the burn going down your throat. Makes Suavecito Tequila the smoothest tequila you will ever drink.
Boston, this is madness.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Boston, this is madness. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
With millions of page views every year, ColoradoPreps.com is the #1 source for the high school sports community to keep up with the latest news and scores. From football and volleyball to basketball and softball, ColoradoPreps.com provides a year-round hub for coaches, friends, and family to stay connected to their favorite schools and athletes, and keep an eye on their rivals. Covering high school sports from the peaks to the plains, you always get the latest at ColoradoPreps.com.
My name is Anthony Mayer, owner and founder of Game Time PDR. We're located in north part of Denver, 6825 Broadway, pretty much on Highway 36 and I-25. So we specialize in repairing hail damaged vehicles. My technicians have special rods, and the goal is to get the tools underneath the dents. And with the special lights and the angles, they're able to actually massage the metal back to factory standards. We offer a done-for-you service from top to bottom. Literally, the customer doesn't have to do anything. They bring their vehicle to us. We get them under our specialty lights. We write up an estimate, submit them to the insurance, get it approved from the insurance, get it in production, get it washed up, and get it back to the customer. We do waive deductibles up to $1,000, and anybody that mentions the Colorado Spartans, we're giving them a $200 gift card. Go Spartans!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
I played with arguably the best corner to ever lace him up in Champ Bailey. And guess what? He too was victimized by certain plays, but he never gave up. And that's what I see in PS2, right? The idea of never giving up. Yes, you may get beat, but he is a complete corner.
She knows my girl.
Joe Rico, Alex Ramirez, back at the final word on the Mile High Sports YouTube channel. It is getting wild and crazy down here at number 38.
Number 38,
we got
Joey,
all
right
kinds
now.
of Nuggets fans here. Game 7.
Let's roll.
Hey, come on in. We are about to be joined at this time by one of the hottest receivers in the National Arena League. This man, I think, should be playing on an NFL roster at some point.
No question.
My boy, Stephen Newbold Jr., number 3 in your program, but number 1 in your heart,
Joey.
my man. And Stephen, I'll tell you what, the Spartans are on a roll, 5 straight victories, another big win against the Idaho Horsemen. This one, 68-20 in a game that wasn't even that close. You guys were on the bench most of the fourth quarter. Talk a little bit about the excitement around Spartans football. 2 more games to go, and I see some big dreams coming true for many Spartans fans.
Sure. I just want to say thank y'all for having me. Appreciate that. But bro, it's been a roller coaster this year.
Yeah,
it's been fun. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but we found a way to stick through it. And last game, like you said, 20 to 68, right?
68-20, yeah.
Oh man, it was a blowout game.
Yeah,
like you said, we was on the bench by the fourth quarter, so that was pretty fun. But I like how everybody's just buying in and doing things as a team. So that's the beauty of it.
I love it, man. Alex,
man, listen to Mr. You're a junior. You're a junior.
Stephen Newbold Jr. He's part of the junior mitts.
Yeah, and I announced you from Florida State?
No.
Tennessee State. Tennessee State. Listen, man.
That's Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State. Listen, man. I love what you guys are doing here with the Spartans. We just had Coach Fred Shaw. We had the quarterback. Man, talk about the enthusiasm that you're bringing into the Mile High City with this new amazing Arena League Football League.
Yeah,
that people don't know about, man. It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome, to be honest. You know, we got guys from all over the world. And to see a lot of guys to come together and have camaraderie like how we do, it was been quick too. So it's good to see people come together as a team and be able to get victories together, even though we didn't even know each other that long. But hey, we found a way to stick through.
5 in a row, man.
Yeah, 5 in a row. We still got a lot more to go.
5 in a row.
We play
Sioux Falls City coming up.
Hey,
Sioux City, and I'm going to tell you right now, I was on the phone with both Tony and Fred this week. Tony, you know, he was the coach on Thursday, and I saw you pouring. Everybody got to pour water on him after the game, and he loved it. You saw him; he jumped in on that. But talk about him being one of the fellas too, man.
Exactly.
An owner is one of the dudes. That's pretty cool.
Guys too. And shout out to Coach Kevin too, because he was one of the coaches that
Coach
stepped
Payne.
in.
Coach Payne.
Yeah, he was one of the coaches that stepped in and did a hell of a job. So you know, without the coaches, it wouldn't be no team. So we appreciate them for putting us in the right spot and giving us the right tools to do what we got to do when we go out there. You know.
Well, you speak of coaches, Fred Shaw. Oh, good.
Yeah, what I want to say is more than anything. Yeah, these are organizational wins, though, right?
Correct.
This isn't about one guy or two guys.
Major team
defense. Everybody wins. From Joe, Rico, and Nick doing the play-by-play on the YouTube.
Right.
You doing the Arena League.
From our dancing team. From me going, let's go Spartans.
Yeah.
You know, it all comes together as one unique team.
And it's beautiful to see it gel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like that?
At the beginning of the year, it was kind of like, well, what do we have? What are we looking for? But now that we got everything in place, it looks very nice, don't it?
Well, let me say this. It's better than nice.
Amazing.
It's better than nice. It's great. It looks great. I mean, literally, I think with Woodley being on the outside, you in the slot, down on the outside.
Sam Hammond.
Well, I'm talking about on the offensive side of the ball, though.
It's like a pick your poison.
It's like you can't really double. You can only double one guy, and the other guys get single coverage. I think Woodley's been a real key, though. He's good on the one-on-one balls down the field, and he's a big target for Andre Sale. He frees you guys up, too, though. Doesn't he create space for you guys?
He does a great job. And one thing I can say about him, he's improved a lot from when he first came here.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the youngest on the team. Not the youngest, probably the second youngest. But what I can say about that guy, he's determined to push himself to be great. And it shows every week, because every week we get on him in practice, and the things that we do get on him in practice, he do it in the game. So he's learning and he's taking it step by step.
Bottom line is when the defensive line does their gig, let you guys go out there and roam around like the no-fly zones.
Hey,
and let you eat,
hey,
right?
Boys got motors, don't they?
Oh, they do.
Man.
Sam, Corey, Cook,
Corey Grant is just
Byron,
Corey Henry.
Corey Henry's just like,
oh man,
he's beast, man. Number 0, man. I mean, look, when we see 0, we just laugh. But he gets. Let me tell you what he does do. He takes up 2 blockers, so he makes Hammond and Coop around one-on-one. Sometimes Hammond doesn't even have anybody blocking him because you can't block Henry with one dude a lot of times.
I don't even want to mention Sam.
Oh man,
he's like a gladiator.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he's
like
crazy.
He led the league in NFL or NAL.
He's leading the NAL. He's leading this year as well. He's leading the NAL in sacks again this year. I think that what you tried to say, I believe, it's a real whole team thing. It's not like, I mean, like some teams in the NAL that I've watched already, they might have a good quarterback, but their line's terrible, or they might have a good running back, but their receiving core is terrible.
Or they might have a nice linebacker, but the defense.
I mean, you looking at guys at linebacker, you got Gandy. You looking at Isaiah Hall in the secondary and D Mays. You looking at guys in the receiving core.
And you.
Right. Well, no, he's not in the secondary. He's a receiver. But anyway, the bottom line is, what I'm telling you is there's more than one guy who could be a starting player at every single position. And the strengths, man, the O-line, like I was watching those dudes, and at the beginning of the year, to be honest, I thought that was kind of the weaker point of the team was the offensive line. And I think those dudes have come so far in pass protection and run blocking. Those holes have really been there. And Rosario, we ain't even mentioned Rosario.
Oh, boy. Right. And we call, that's the silent assassin right there.
Yeah.
25, man.
He's the
Number 4.
Number 4. Knows, but one thing about the O-line I would say about them guys, they all buy in at the doing the practice, and then at the end of the week it pays off. Yep. So to see a group of big fellas like that to buy into the system. Because like we said, we didn't know how it was going to be with the old linemen. But for some reason, it was clicking. And,
Here we are.
They say if it ain't
Here we
broke,
are,
don't
4
fix
in a
it.
row,
That's right.
5 in a
Five in a
row.
row, man. Getting ready to be 6 in a row, I think, here. Because Coach Shaw was very, very hyped when he was in here with us, Alex. Talk a little bit about your thoughts on the Spartans. You know, you've done a great job being the in-arena announcer, and you got to really feel the vibe on the field.
Man. It's not easy.
But let me give us your
come on, you know it's not easy.
Think about that first game where we were all together at the Coliseum
and where we're
versus
at now.
where we're at now.
We haven't lost.
2 different productions.
Joe, we haven't lost.
No, since they came back home.
We haven't lost.
They have not lost.
4 in a row at the Coliseum.
And now
they just
the next
went 1 in a
game,
row. And then we got Sioux Fall coming up next Saturday.
Hey, you know, the main thing that we focused on this year was 1 game at a time.
Yeah.
And you know what's great? You know what's great about you?
It's great about you
is your lady knows my lady.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Hey,
it's probably a good thing. I mean, you got a good woman then.
No, well, she sees you. She's like, hey, that's my money over there. I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. Hey, listen, I'm going to set it to the side. Right now, we're about 10 minutes, 15 minutes away for our Mile High Sports pregame show with the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City game. Yeah. Game 7. Who do you see winning this game, man? Come on, man.
Hey, we in the Mile High City, right?
No, that's okay.
I like it. No, we're in he's saying right now. No, the game is in Oklahoma State. But right now, we're in the Mile High City, baby.
Okay, then. That look nice on you.
That's what we're saying, man.
That look nice on you, too. And we were just talking about this earlier. We're in the Mile High City, right?
Yeah.
They called the Denver Nuggets, correct?
That's right.
Let's strike gold today.
I love it, man. I love it, baby. I love it, man. I knew I loved this dude, man.
Why not?
I knew I loved this dude anyway, but Stephen Newbold Jr., man, you just melted my heart, man. Look, man, we all got them little boy teams. I don't care if I'm a professional journalist. Right. Everybody got a team that they saw, and we didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, so the only tickets we could afford was Nuggets tickets because they were cheap, and that's because they were not very good. But let me tell you, man, these guys have been with us. Me and Alex covered the Nuggets for the last 12 years, just like we cover the Spartans. They're personal to us. But you know what? We know Coach Shaw, too. You know, that's our boy. But, you know, we're going to have to take an L on this one. All right. Now, listen, man, the other thing we got to address, Alex and I last year, the first time we ever covered a Super Bowl was in Las Vegas. And I see this Vegas Raiders hat, and I don't know if it's just style or if that's your team. But if that's your team, is that just style?
No,
is
that's
that
just the style for the day.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
You know, I got my team, and I don't want to make nobody mad or anything, but you know, I'm a Chiefs fan.
Oh, that ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
You played for them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's up, man?
I'm a Kansas Chiefs
you think you can get back in the league at some point? Because you've gotten a lot better, man. I mean, I think you're improving too.
You know, one thing about it, I just leave it up to God. You know, the higher power.
Yeah,
whatever happens, it happens. So, hey. I'm a phone call
Here
away.
we are, man.
All right, man. Hey, man.
Call away.
All right,
let's put a bow on this show.
Hold on, man. I got this. All right, now we're gonna put a bow on it with predictions for Game 7. We're gonna start with my man behind the glass and my broadcast partner on the National Arena League channel, Nick Archuleta. Nick, what do you see happening here in about 45 minutes down in Oklahoma City?
Oh, I've been saying this all series long. This is a bipolar team. Without AG, they've won without him before. And I think they might actually be stronger without him. So Russ is going to take over and show off in front of those OKC fans that he used to love. I'm going to give it to the Nuggets.
All right, Nick. All right. I now go out to my big left tackle for 13 years, my pass protector, a man who knows the NBA very well, Alex Ramirez. Who you rolling with today?
I like that. I like the Nuggets. I think OKC is going to be playing really tight and pressed up. I don't think they have the moxie that the Joker, Jamal, even if Aaron Gordon doesn't play tonight, listen, let the Nuggets, let them loose. Let him play. Let him play.
All right, now I'm going to wrap this up. I'm taking the Denver Nuggets. We already got Steven's pick. He took the Nuggets as well. I've got the Nuggets, and it's because of one man, and his name is Nikola Jokic. Look, I believe in big games that you need to have the very best player. If you have the best player on your team, you're generally going to come home with the victory. The Nuggets have the best player in the world, and he's going to be the one who shines, shows off, and becomes the MVP for the 4th consecutive year. Whether he wins it or not, he's the real MVP. He shows it today.
Hey, Joe. Hang on.
Hold on.
From the Denver Nuggets Twitter, injury update ahead of Game 7 against the Thunder. Available. Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook, Hunter Tyson.
There it is. Aaron Gordon.
Deron Holmes.
Aaron Gordon. And Deron Holmes?
No, he's out.
Oh, okay. So Deron Holmes. I'm
Jamal Murray.
wow, they even brought him in, man.
They will all play tonight.
All right, man. Let's go.
Nuggets right now with the last 15
all right,
minutes.
man. Hey, we are out on behalf of my big left tackle, Alex Ramirez, our main man, Stephen Newbold Jr., Fred Shaw, Andre Sale, all the great people at Mile High Sports. Get your butt down here to number 38.
And tune in right now to Nate Lundy
down.
and Sean Drotar
Coming
for
up
your
next.
Denver Nuggets Mile High Sports pregame show.
We're out of here.
Yeah.